Welcome to the Explainer, everyone. Today, we're zooming in on a role that is, honestly, an absolute lifeline right now in the UK's rather complex energy landscape. We're talking about becoming a home energy advisor. You know, everyday folks are desperately needing a bit of a guiding hand through all those confusing tariffs and sky-high utility bills. And this role? Well, it's the essential bridge between those complicated, faceless systems and the real people who need help the most. So, let me ask you a question. We all want to feel like the work we do actually matters, right? Are you looking for a career with real, tangible impact? I don't just mean some abstract corporate buzzword. I mean the kind of purposeful work where you clock out at the end of the day knowing, for a fact, you directly helped someone navigate their home life and, crucially, their bank accounts. If you've ever wanted a job where you're actively lifting a heavy financial burden right off someone's shoulders, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention to this explainer. Inside the advisor role, your day-to-day impact. Okay, let's dive into this. Your absolute primary goal, your North Star here, is to help people reduce their energy bills. Simple enough, right? But how do you actually do that? Well, first off, you act as a translator. Energy companies, they speak in pure jargon. Kilowatt hours, standing charges, variable tariffs. It's alphabet soup. Imagine sitting down with an elderly pensioner who is literally terrified to turn her heating on just because she doesn't understand her latest statement. You're the person who explains those confusing meters and tariffs in plain everyday English. Plus, you get to play detective. You're spotting household energy waste and figuring out exactly where the heat is sneaking out. And, maybe the best part, you act as a vital guide to connect eligible folks to government and local grants. You are quite literally helping them keep the lights on and the house warm. The good and the boring. Honest realities of the job. Now, what's really interesting about this is that we're getting a totally unfiltered look at the role. On one side, you have this incredibly rewarding community impact. You're changing lives, you're bringing immediate financial relief, and you get to see that genuine gratitude on people's faces. It's magic. But we've got to be real for a second and look at the other side of the coin. There are boring parts. I mean, there is a lot of admin. It can get repetitive. You're going to be dealing with a pretty heavy load of paperwork just to make sure all those grants are processed perfectly and compliance is met. It's kind of a job of dramatic contrasts, you know? You power through the tedious paperwork exactly because it unlocks that deeply rewarding human impact. Who makes a great advisor? Your transferable skills. You might be wondering, am I even qualified for this? Well, ideal candidates actually come from wonderfully diverse backgrounds. Whether you've spent time in customer service, office admin, finance, or even if you're currently seeking work, you might be totally surprised by how ready you already are. Seriously, you do not need a degree in thermodynamic engineering to be a home energy advisor. Think about it. If you know how to talk down a frustrated customer, or if you can organize a messy office filing system, or maybe you just get basic budgeting from a past finance gig, you already have the core, fundamental skills to totally crush it here. So, the crucial point is this. The true foundation of this entire career basically boils down to just being organized, patient, and good with people. That's really it. It's not about having deep technical knowledge right out of the gate. All that stuff, it can totally be taught. But what can't easily be taught is the ability to stay meticulously organized when you're juggling someone's crucial grant paperwork. What can't be taught is the patience to sit there and explain a tangled utility bill to a stressed-out resident for the third time without losing your warmth. Being good with people is hands down your absolute greatest asset in this industry. AI tools and human empathy, the modern toolset. Let's move to the modern toolset and see how this builds on what we just talked about. There is this absolutely perfect partnership happening right now between technology and the human touch. Look, an AI assistant is brutally fast and efficient at drafting case notes, summarizing massive, boring documents of regulatory guidance, and instantly spinning up daily checklists. But it is the human advisor who exercises complex, nuanced judgment. You are the one providing that genuine, warm empathy to a family who is literally losing sleep over their heating bill. You're the one building a real connection and earning their trust. The AI handles the massive data chunks and completely strips away that repetitive paperwork we talked about earlier. But you handle the human element. And that is exactly why a computer is never, ever going to replace you in this role. Your next career step, getting started with LELAIL. 60. Now, that's not 60 hours, that's not even 60 minutes. That is 60 seconds, literally 1 minute. That's exactly how long it takes to go from watching this explainer right now to having a complete, bespoke, fully interactive training course built specifically for you. It's honestly mind-blowing. Because what we've covered today is really just a taster, a little appetizer, the tip of the iceberg.
The incredible thing is that full, deeply interactive courses are available right this second inside the LELAIL platform. And here is the absolute magic of LELAIL. You can ask it to build you a comprehensive course on this exact career we just talked about, or, truthfully, any career, in any language, and it's going to generate the whole shebang for you in under 60 seconds. It takes this brief overview and turns it into immediate, actionable education. All you have to do is head over to LELAI.com to generate your personalized training.
So I want to leave you with this final thought today. You already have the organizational skills, you've got the patience, and most importantly, you have the humanity that this vital role so desperately needs. The tech tools are literally just waiting there to handle the boring stuff, leaving you totally free to make a real, lasting difference in your own community. So, are you ready to turn your empathy into your next career? Head over to Leela.com right now, build your course, and take that leap. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. And honestly, I cannot wait to see the incredible impact you're going to make.